This is Mary Dotson, and I'm here in my garden, and that's the shed. I can see it in the back. But I'm really excited to show you some of the projects I'm working on here. I haven't been on YouTube, so this is kind of an exciting thing for me, but I feel I have so many friends out there. I want to be part of the community. So, hi to everybody, and here's a little bit of a tour of my yard. The proverbial American suburban backyard. It, one of my big things is trying to renovate this big garden in the back. I don't have an allotment this year, so hopefully we can get this looking a lot more scenic than it has in the past. And if you can see, I've planted some plants that I've transplanted from other parts of the yard. Over here is a whole area where we used to have a tree, and we took it down last fall because the whole thing was rotting and falling apart. Unfortunately, I seem to have some sort of canker virus in the ground there, so I'm limited on what I can plant back in its place. But my neighbors have planted those lovely evergreen things, and considering their house is so massive behind ours, our house is little, you'll see in a minute. We may not need to have anything there, and it would be really nice to figure out something that would just make it a little bit of a desert, an area of attraction. As we were planning to renovate our main vegetable beds this year, last year when it became garlic planting time, I didn't have a place to plant the garlic that I knew that I could harvest it from. So I went to IKEA and I bought these bags. I had read online that they make fairly decent grow bags, and my experience is pretty good because they are darn inexpensive and they seem to do the job. So right now we're growing garlic here. And over here, these are my hop plants. Okay, well, one of my big plans this year is to try to improve the amount of pollinators we had in our yard. So this year I'm really excited to show you that we're having hives. Now I have to say, these two hives, they aren't my hives. They're my girlfriend's hives. She's going to be keeping them here too, but we are so excited. I have at least one hive on its way. Unfortunately, my beekeeping mentor had a collapse of his hives, and he was going to split one off for me, so I was going to have what they call a nuclear hive, which is a homegrown miniature hive, and I was going to get one of these commercial packages. Well, I'm only going to get the commercial package, it looks like, because of the disaster with the bees. And that's one thing. I've taken a beekeeping class this year, and I really came to understand that our bees are in such terrible, precarious position, and anything I can do to help them, I think it's going to really help our ecology locally here and help the bees as well as all the other plants we love and enjoy in our environment. So that's one of the things I'm going to be doing. Now I'm going to walk you up front and show you my old garden. Now this garden we're taking apart, and I'll explain that to you in a very short period of time. By the way, I have to show you this. This is really cool. Look at it behind me here. Can I show it? Oh yeah, the magnolia tree. It's just about to bloom, and it's gonna go crazy. And we got the daffodils. It is so cool. So I really like that. You know what? This is kind of fun working with this. What is it? It's called a selfie stick. It holds my phone, so I can film this right in front. So here I am in the front of the house, and that's our street. I mean, we have an Airstream. That's one of our fun things that we get to go out with. So this is my old garden. I'm going to stop here and show you it without me in the picture because this is hard. I came to live in this house almost 20 years ago. And at the time, we knew for certain that we wanted to have a vegetable garden in our yard. And this is the vegetable garden we ended up building about 19 years ago. And it's a pretty good garden in its siting. It's level. It doesn't have any obstruction to the sun except for a little bit from the trees overhead, but it's pretty minimal. However, we do have a couple of problems here. See, part of the issue is just basically working with this environment here. Um, that tree up ahead, up above me, it sends roots right down into the garden, and that doesn't work out quite so well. But the other thing is the beds that we have. We used raised beds. We used what everybody was using for raised bed at that time, and they're railroad ties. What are railroad ties? Railroad ties are no longer sold because they're dangerous. They were soaked in. It's wood that they used to build railroad tracks, and when they were done with using the railroad tracks, they would sell it to people to use in their gardens. And it's a very durable, long-lasting material, but they soaked it with any number of chemicals. It's definitely not very organic, which we try to keep in the rest of our yard very organic as much as possible. So it leaves us with a bit of a conundrum. Over the past 2 years, it's gotten incessantly attacked by hornets. It's become a hornet colony. And, you know, again, we're trying to get bees, not hornets, good pollinators in our yard. So we made the decision to go ahead and replace the bed. Now, last week we went and we bought the wood for it, and I am taking you to the wood right now. So behind me you can see the wood, which I spent a number of days painting, and we're ready to set up the raised beds. We're going to order in some compost. I have a line which may work out for some goat manure, aged goat manure. We'll see if this actually pans out or if it's just a friend of mine who wants a ride into the countryside. But you know what? I'm game for a ride to the countryside. It's so cool anyway. So I'll just bring some trash cans and see if we can fill it with goat manure. If we get that, so much the better. Additionally, in the back of my yard, over by the shed, we do have a couple of compost piles. Our main compost pile is there. And we have a couple of bins of leaf mulch. We can get leaf mulch for free from the county if we get it during the winter time. Otherwise, they go it. And so we go to town. When they offer it, we take it. So this is our last vat of leaf mulch. I'm a frequent visitor to our local coffee shops, not for coffee because I don't drink coffee, but cleaning leftover grinds from them. So those are leaf mulch and compost and coffee grinds. So hopefully they will become a really great compost that will make my plants very, very, very happy, combined with the compost we're going to buy and possibly the goat manure. We'll see if it comes through. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There are other organics we can get and not have to worry. So that's about where I'm at. Hopefully in this week we're going to get the beds built. I don't know if we'll get them filled right away, but hopefully we will. I also need to figure out a way to battle the deer, and right now we are trying out a new system, and again I have to walk for this, and that's putting up the voice activated sprayers. The voice activated sprayers were recommended on You Bet Your Garden, the podcast. Garden Guru Micrograss, who used to be the editor of Organic Gardening Magazine, really great for organic tips, and he hears my pain as far as deers are concerned, so he said go for that. The problem we have with it is that we keep on setting it off ourselves, so it's turned off right now. I should paint it pink, and maybe the deer will just get scared from the view of it. No, we're going to work out how we're going to make sure that we don't get sprayed, but the deer stay away. Last year, you'll notice I had an electric fence. That did not work. The deer actually went through the electric fence, believe it or not. So definitely have to think of deer protection here because already, oh, I can show you. Those deer drive me crazy. Let me show you. To go, I'm sorry. They munched down all my bulbs, and you can just see the bulbs. I can't plant them here anymore with these guys because they go crazy over them. So, look here. Can you see? These should be bulbs ready to bloom, but they're not. They become Bambi's lunch. So, anyway, we are thinking about that and working forward from that point. And so, that's my rather personal garden journal. I hope you don't mind listening along to me. Greetings from Vienna, Virginia, and I want to say a big hello to Sean, Vivi, and Jeff on the Horde channel because I'm a huge fan of you guys, and if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be out here in front of a camera. The other person I would like to thank is Rick Clark, who I love his videos. They put so much heart in them. And actually to the whole Horde channel community, you guys are great. You guys are insanely inspirational, and I love y'all. So see you later.